Boruto episode 50. Now, this was like more or less like a trip down memory lane. It showed us everything that happened in the earlier episodes of Boruto, and I thought it was really good. Now, one thing to note about this, the season is pretty much almost over, or it probably is over. In terms of Naruto anime, there's really only like 50 episodes in every single season, so season 2 is supposed to be starting very soon, and a lot of you guys might consider this season as like a filler season. I don't really consider it that way, but it's kind of crazy that in 2 weeks it's gonna be a whole year of Boruto. Like, it's gonna be 52 episodes, 1 episode every single week. That's gonna be crazy to even think about, like a full year, right? So just seeing this episode and then looking back at all the memories that we had, it was kind of something cool to look at. And one of my favorite memories is obviously seeing Boruto actually summon the Nue. Now, there was really no explanation upon why Boruto was able to summon the Nue, and they kind of gave like a tiny bit of rationale behind it, but I didn't really think of it as like a really good rationale. But they basically just said that Boruto's chakra like peaked and then somehow he summoned the Nue, and I don't think it's really specifically that. I think it could have been something else, but the thing about it is that I'm sure they don't really know themselves, so they're just really trying to make sense of it themselves, you know. I really think somehow or some way in the future we're probably going to get a full explanation about how Boruto actually summoned the Nue. Now, another interesting thing in this episode, it was like the theme of them basically giving a case about why all of their students should actually become a chunin. I thought that was very interesting. One thing I thought that was cool is that Konohamaru didn't really think that Boruto was good enough to become a chunin. It really just had everything to do with Boruto's, I should say, respect towards the shinobi way, respect towards becoming a ninja, because of course he's like a troublemaker, the same as how Naruto was a troublemaker. He basically done everything that Naruto did times 10. So I feel like Boruto is probably gonna have a trouble becoming a chunin because of that. Obviously, we know Boruto is going to be in the chunin exam because we've seen the movie already, but that's one thing, or that's one strike against Boruto. And I feel like in the chunin exam, Boruto is gonna be under way more scrutiny than everybody else. One, because he's the Hokage's son, and also because a lot of people know that he's a troublemaker. And of course, we know how the chunin exam is going to end, so Boruto is pretty much gonna have a harder time becoming a chunin than all the other kids. And as you guys know, you don't have to necessarily complete the chunin exam to become a chunin. You just have to show everybody there, or show the, I should say, judges there, quote unquote, that you're good enough to actually become a chunin. Everybody here knows, or everybody there knows, that Boruto has the skill to become a chunin, but does he have the intelligence? Does he have the mind? Is he mature enough to become a chunin? And that's pretty much what everybody wants to know. Now, there's a couple more things that was like kind of cool to me, is the fact that no one really knew about Mitsuki. I think it was only Shino that really knew about Mitsuki, and everybody tried to ask like, hey, what's the backstory of Mitsuki? And then Shino just quickly dismissed that and just went on to Sada. It's kind of interesting that no one really knows where Mitsuki came from. Of course, they're gonna eventually find out somehow. Maybe Orochimaru comes back to the village and they see Orochimaru and Mitsuki having a talk, and they're probably like, oh, that makes all the sense in the world. But I don't know how they don't know that's Orochimaru's child, mainly because Mitsuki has almost all the juices of Orochimaru. Like, everything he does reminds you of Orochimaru. The pale skin, the snake-like features, the expansion, well, the arm expansion, things like that. It all just reminds you of Orochimaru, but I'm pretty sure they're going to find out in the future. Now, towards the end of the episode, a lot of people were speculating that we were going to get a scene where it was like the konohana thing. A lot of people thought that they were going to have a moment in this episode. They didn't necessarily have a moment, but they did get drunk together. That was kind of funny. And after that, they kind of made Shino drink a little bit. That was kind of hilarious. A lot of people think that Konohamaru and Hanabi are going to end up being together. It's totally possible, but I think it's going to be a little bit too much, because Konohamaru is like Naruto and Hanabi is just like Hinata. That's probably why a lot of people want them to be together, but that's probably like copying another relationship, and I don't think that the writers are probably going to necessarily do that. But then again, it would probably make a lot of the fans in the Boruto series happy. It really could go any way. I don't really know what's going to happen, but if I were to give my opinion, I don't think that's going to happen. I think that Konohama is probably going to find his wife somewhere else. Going forward, I feel like the next couple of episodes are going to be way more entertaining. It's probably going to be way more action-packed, mainly because the chunin exam is finally going to be starting. The next episode is going to be Boruto's birthday. Of course, that's going to be a big story, mainly because Naruto isn't going to be there, mainly because he's probably the Hokage and he's probably busy, so he can't really show up for his son's birthday. But after that, the chunin exam is pretty much going to start, and I really can't wait to see Sasuke come back. Well, he's not necessarily going to come back. We're probably going to see him fight Kinshiki, and that's probably going to be one of the biggest episodes that we've seen in Boruto so far. And that should be in episode 52, so when that comes, 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to be one of the biggest episodes. I really want to stay tuned for that. One thing I want to do is I want to give my opinion upon where I feel like Sasuke is right now. Of course, mainly because we didn't really see him since like the gaiden, or probably not the gaiden, probably like around that time. So we haven't really seen him in a long time. time. I'd say about 30 episodes, so it has been a long time without Sasuke. So I'm pretty much gonna make a video explaining about where I feel Sasuke is, because I know I get a lot of comments, you know, people asking me where's various characters, like where's Sasuke, where's Tsunade, like characters like that. So I'm pretty much gonna make an episode, or I'm pretty much gonna make a video explaining about where I think Sasuke is, and I think that's gonna be an interesting one. But to be honest, this episode was really good. It really touched me, man, because it really took me down a trip down memory lane. I really like Boruto. Some of you guys might think it was all filler, but I actually did find it very entertaining, and seeing this episode really encapsulate all the first 50 episodes, I thought it was a great one. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Make sure you guys let me know what was your favorite moment throughout this 50 episodes. I'll probably make a video explaining my favorite moments as well. Let me know what was your favorite moments throughout this whole episode and throughout the whole first 50 episodes. But it's been your boy Barbie, and we out.
For my city, I'm the youngest nigga reppin'. Oh my God, if I die, I'm a legend. Oh my God, if I die, I'm a legend. I'm a first.